Breathing in the heavy electric atmosphere, a distant hum beneath the skin of the sleeping city, waiting for the unseen frequency to finally catch. We are just quiet shadows drifting in the velvet night. The concrete veins are empty, the silver moon is low. I watch the amber street lights painting where we go. A steady rhythm beating beneath the quiet cold. We leave the world behind us, letting none unfold. The dashboard softly glowing, a beacon in the black. We pass the final city line, we are not turning back. I feel the every bass line vibrating through the floor. An ocean made of starlight is waiting at the door. The current pulls us under, the frequencies align. The static starts to shatter across the borderline. I hear your whispered secret echoing in my mind. The dark is disappearing, leaving the past behind. We are following the signals in the dark. We are chasing every solitary spark. Let the melody wash over every fear. Everything is perfect while we are standing here. We are following the signals in the dark, tracing the horizon, leaving our mark. Caught inside the rhythm, elevated free. You are the only gravity holding on to me. The neon signs are fading into a distant blur. The engine is a heartbeat, a low and steady purr. I see the constellations reflected in your eyes, a mirror of the universe, a vast and endless prize. We navigate the silence, we synchronize the breath, defying every boundary, escaping underneath. The series signs are shatters, a ripple in the air. We drift into the atmosphere, floating without a care. The current pulls us under, the frequencies align. The static starts to shatter chill of the night, drifting away, disappearing from sight. A single breath in the dark. The city sleeps, but the pulse is awake, shimmering slowly out of focus. I am slipping into the frequency. The pavement is slick with the midnight rain. A reflection of neon washes the pain. We are driving with nowhere we need to be. Just the hum of the engine, the dark and me. The streetlights are blurring like stars falling down. We are ghosts in the shell of a slumbering town. Every shadow is painted in shades of deep blue, and the only thing grounding my gravity is you. The silence is heavy, the rhythm is deep. A secret the city is trying to keep. I close my tired eyes and let the current pull, until the empty spaces in my mind are full. We are floating on echoes in the velvet night, chasing the frequencies out of the light. Let the deep heavy bass carry sorrow away. In this midnight illusion we are going to stay. Feel the drop in your chest, let the universe spin. This is where the real beauty of silence begins. We are losing ourselves in the chill of the air, leaving all of our ghosts and our memories there. The window is down and the breeze is so cold, but the warmth of the sun is a hand to hold. We are passing the bridges and just real steel. Only the thumping beneath us is real. A flicker of gold from a distant cafe, before the velocity sweeps it away. Time is a concept we left at the door. I do not want to think about tomorrow anymore. The silence is heavy, the rhythm is deep. A secret the city is trying to keep. I close my tired eyes and let the current pull, until the empty spaces in my mind are full. We are floating on echoes in the velvet night, chasing the frequencies out of the light. Let the deep heavy bass carry sorrow away. In this midnight illusion we are going to stay. Feel the drop in your chest, let the universe spin. This is where the real beauty of silence begins. We are losing ourselves in the chill of the air, leaving all of our ghosts and our memories there. Drifting, drifting further from the shore. I don't need a destination anymore. Drifting, drifting deeper in the sound, waiting for the moment we break off the ground. The pressure is building, the colors ignite, a beautiful explosion in the dead of night. We are floating on echoes in the velvet night, chasing the frequencies out of the light. Let the deep heavy bass carry sorrow away. In this midnight illusion we are going to stay. Surrender your heart, let the universe spin. This is where the new chapter of waking begins. We are losing ourselves in the chill of the air, finding all of our peace and our sanctuary there. Echoes play beneath the dark. The city holds its breath once again. Just a lingering layer of bass, drifting slowly into the ether. Drifting through the static of the quiet night. Soft pulses moving through the hollow space. I can feel the atmosphere begin to shift. Everything is weightless in this hidden place. The city sleeps below a blanket of silver mist. I am standing on the edge of something I can't resist. Neon reflections bleeding out on the wet concrete, following the steady rhythm of a distant heartbeat. We leave the very shadows of the world behind, searching for a frequency that elevates the mind. Every breath is a vapor melting into the air, send away the remnants of a quiet despair. The barrage is like a tide, pulling us near, dissolving every single doubt, erasing the fear. I close my eyes and let the sound wash over my skin. This is the moment where the beautiful colors begin. We are diving into liquid light, swimming through the endless night, caught inside a perfect dream, flowing down a glowing stream. We are diving into liquid light, everything is feeling right. Let the bass drum guide the way. We are never going back today. Stripped down to the barest echo of a whispered word, the sweetest silent melody that I have ever heard. Your hand in mine as we glide across the empty floor. We have found the hidden key to a forgotten door. The bassline breathes a living thing insane. That's just a sanctuary where our roaring souls can rest. Affected gold, a dance in your open eyes as we ascend into the velvet of the midnight skies. The temple edges like a tide, pulling us near, dissolving every single doubt, erasing the fear. I close my eyes and let the sound wash over my skin. This is the moment where the beautiful colors begin. We are diving into liquid light, swimming through the endless night, caught inside a perfect dream, flowing down a glowing stream. We are diving into liquid light, everything is feeling right. Let the bass drum guide the way. We are never going back today. Higher hair past the endless feeling line, where the sacred constellations perfectly align. I can hear the echoes in the synthesizer chords, speaking in a language that is deeper than words. We are breaking through the ceiling of the stratosphere, and the vision of tomorrow is beautifully clear. We are diving into liquid light, swimming through the endless night, caught inside a perfect dream, flowing down a glowing stream. We are diving into liquid light, everything is feeling right. Let the bass drum guide the way. We are never going back today. Fading out into the colors of the dawn, just one single heartbeat echoing on and on. The liquid light remains alive inside of me, drifting away into the silent, peaceful sea. the damp air. Headlights bleed into the dark, wet asphalt. The vinyl crackle hums in the quiet space between us. We are drifting through the hypnotic night. Watching the silver reflections pass. There is a secret in the way you sigh. Beneath the indigo and heavy sky, we leave the noise of the daylight behind. A sanctuary in the midnight mind. Feel the frequencies start to rise, reflected neon in your sleepy eyes. The rhythm catches in the midnight air, washing away the weight we bear. Lost in the velvet midnight echoes, where the deep bass softly flows. We are floating the electric glow, taking the movement sweet and slow. Lost in the velvet midnight echoes, where the hidden current grows. Let the night pull us under tide, with nothing left to fear or hide. The streetlight paints a rhythm on your face. We are moving through this altered space. The bassline mimics the pulse in my veins, washing the dust from the heavy rains. A distant siren fades into the hum, waiting for tomorrow to finally come. But in this moment, time is paralyzed, suspended here in the dark of your eyes. Feel the frequencies start to rise, reflected neon in your sleepy eyes. The rhythm catches in the midnight air, washing away the weight we bear. Lost in the velvet midnight echoes, where the deep bass softly flows. We are floating in the electric glow, taking the movement sweet and slow. Lost in the velvet midnight echoes, where the hidden current grows. Let the night pull us under the tide, with nothing left to fear or hide. Close your eyes and feel the sound, lifting our shadows off the ground. The frequency shivers through the cold, a modern magic dark and old. We let the silence intertwine with every sieve and every line. Lost in the velvet midnight echoes, where the deep bass softly flows. We are floating in the electric glow, taking the movement sweet and slow. Lost in the velvet midnight echoes, where the hidden current grows. Let the night pull us under the tide, forever drifting side by side. The rhythm dissolves into the haze, drifting away in the violet maze. Just an echo in the empty air, fading out, but we are still there. Static on the vinyl, a distant humming wire. The city breathes out slow, and I'm the fire. I close my eyes and let the frequencies align. Caught inside the rhythm, stepping out of time. The velvet curtains drawn against the silver glass, watching headlights bleed and blur as taxis pass. There is a heavy hum vibrating through the floor, like a secret heartbeat hidden behind the door. I pour a glass of nothing, watch the shadows play, let the inner love warm melt the cold away. A solitary silhouette against the glowing screen, lost inside the spaces of the spaces in between. The filters open wide beyond the breeze, suspended in the air. There is nothing underneath. A whisper in the static calls my spirit out, washing away the edges, drowning out the doubt. We are drifting on the deep house waves tonight, bathing in the glow of the artificial light. Let the steady kick drum carry us away, far beyond the borders of the waking day. Lost inside the rhythm, sinking in the deep, somewhere in the valley between the groove and sleep. We are drifting on the deep house waves tonight, nothing but the music and the fading of the light. The sub-bass rolls like thunder in a distant sky, reflected in the neon of a stranger's eye. Footsteps on the pavement synchronize and blend, tracing out a circle that will never end. The smoke hangs heavy in the corners of the room, a sanctuary built inside the midnight gloom. Every single snare hit cuts the air like glass. I am just a silent witness, watching moments pass. The filters open wide, the walls begin to breathe, suspended in the air. There is nothing underneath. A whisper in the static calls my spirit out, washing climbing, reaching for the stars, echoes bouncing back from Jupiter and Mars. The bass drops into nothing, leaving only space. A solitary moment, an empty, perfect place. The hi-hats start to rush, the tension pulls me tight before I fall back down into the velvet night. We are drifting on the deep house waves tonight, bathing in the glow of the artificial light. Let the steady kick drum carry us away, far beyond the borders of the waking day. Lost inside the rhythm, sinking in the deep, somewhere in the valley between the groove and sleep. We are drifting on the deep house waves tonight, nothing but the music and the feeling at night. The kick drum slowly fades into the quiet dusk, leaving only echoes of a love that's solid trust. The tape delay is spinning out a final gentle sigh. Good night to the neon, good night to the sky. Breathe in the cool night air, city lights bleed through the tinted glass, a steady pulse beneath the pavement. We are sinking into the midnight blue. The clock strikes 2 when the streets are bare, still soft hum hanging in the heavy air. Street lamps painting gold upon the rain-slick road, carrying the secrets that the midnight holds. I watch the shadows dancing on the dashboard light, losing all my worries to the velvet night. Every empty corner feels like hallowed ground, wrapped inside the rhythm of this silent town. The tempo rises quietly in my chest, soothing down a heart that cannot rest. We leave the heavy daylight far behind, and let the driving bassline clear the mind. We are shadows in the neon glow, drifting where the nocturnal winds blow, lost inside a deep house dream, floating down a silver stream. Let the rhythm take control tonight, bathing in the ultraviolet light. No destination, nowhere else to be, just a steady heartbeat setting us free. A silhouette is moving through the purple haze, caught inside the beauty of this midnight maze. Reflections of the skyline in your quiet eyes, a universe of peace where all the tension dies. The engine purrs a melody so soft and low, synchronized exactly with the radio. We leave behind the echoes of the shooting down a heart that cannot rest. We leave the heavy daylight far behind and let the driving bass line clear the atmosphere. Everything is distant, yet it feels so near. Whispers in the static, calling out my name. Nothing in the morning will be quite the same. Hold this fragile magic in your open hands, drifting through the hourglass, shifting with the sand. Shadows in the neon glow, drifting where the nocturnal winds blow, lost inside a deep house dream, floating down a silver stream. Let the rhythm take control tonight, bathing in the ultraviolet light. No destination, nowhere else to be, just a steady heartbeat setting its fading out into the velvet blue. Just a steady pulse, just me and you. Shadows in the neon drifting away, waiting for the dawn to break the day. A whisper in the static of the night, shadows fading in the violet light. Can you feel the frequency taking hold? A silver story waiting to be told. The city sleeps below a blanket of glass. I watch the headlights of the midnight cars pass. We leave the heavy weight of sorrow behind and search for frequencies the broken can't find. Your fingertips are tracing maps on my skin. This is the moment where the magic begins. The bass is rolling like a wave from the deep, awaken secrets that we promised to keep. As the morning appears, the music echoes softly, ringing in our ears, floating in the afterglow, peaceful and free. Just the rhythm, the silence, you and me. City sleeps beneath a blanket of violetness. Headlights trace long memories across the empty glass. Low frequencies humming softly inside my chest, just letting the cool night air breathe for me. Street lamps blur into ribbons of gold as the temperature drops and the pavement grows cold. I am drifting through canyons of concrete and glass, watching the shadows of yesterday pass. Your voice is a whisper caught up in the breeze, shaking the leaves of the silhouette trees. I dial the rhythm down deep in my soul, giving the midnight complete sweet control. The skyline is waking with electric sparks, lighting the corners inside of the dark. A sudden rush pulls the gravity away, leaving behind all the noise of the day. We are riding the pulse of a velvet night, losing ourselves in the ultraviolet light. Heartbeats sing to the rhythm of the street, where the ocean of stars and the atmosphere meet. We are riding the pulse of a velvet night. Everything heavy suddenly feels light. No destination, nowhere else to be. Just a deep house groove and this midnight sea. Dashboard glows with an emerald hue, painting the silence I'm sharing with you. We trace the geometry drawn in the sky, watching the satellites silently fly. The world is asleep, but we are awake, riding the ripples the basslines make. Windows are down as we cut through the chill. Time slows around, so quiet and still. The skyline is waking with electric sparks, lighting the corners inside of the dark. A sudden rush pulls the gravity away, leaving behind all the noise of the day. We are riding the pulse of a velvet night, losing ourselves in the ultraviolet light. Heartbeats sing to the rhythm of the street, where the ocean of stars and the atmosphere meet. We are riding the pulse of a velvet night. Everything heavy suddenly feels light. No destination, nowhere else to be. Just a deep house groove and this midnight sea. Drifting to the echo, drifting to the sound. Let our feet lift softly off the ground. In the spaces between the hi-hats and the bass, we have finally found our hiding place. Wash away the worries, dissolve into the air. Nothing else matters when we are floating there. We are riding a pulse of a velvet night, losing ourselves in the ultraviolet light. Heartbeats sing to the rhythm of the street, where the ocean of stars and the atmosphere meet. We are riding a pulse of a velvet night. Everything heavy suddenly feels light. No destination, nowhere to speak. Just a deep house groove and this midnight sea. The kick drum fades out into the glowing fire. Echoes linger in the quiet, empty space. Just a warm vibration left inside my mind, floating away, vanishing to the dawn. The city sleeps, but the current flows, a distant hum beneath the pavement. I close my eyes and let the colors bleed, slipping into the shadow of the sound. The streetlights paint your face in shades of blue. We are drifting through the avenues, just us two. The bass is beating like a second heart, tearing the heavy silence of the night apart. A hazy glow is rising from the ground. We leave the waking world without a sound. The windows down, I breathe the cool dark air. There is a kind of magic tangle in your hair. The rhythm elevates, the shadows blur. I am listening to every softly spoken word. A rising tide of electric light. We are surrendering to the pull of the night. Into the velvet midnight we fall away, chasing the echoes of a brand new day. The frequency is pulling us so deep, awake inside a lucid neon sleep. Let the groove wash over, cool and slow. We are following the ultraviolet glow into the velvet midnight, hand in hand, lost inside a beautiful wasteland. The skyline fades into a starry blur. The engine hums a low hypnotic purr. I see the reflections dancing in your eyes, a secret language written in the skies. The tempo drops, but the feeling stays. We are navigating through the purple haze. No destination, we are just riding away. This is the sanctuary that we crave. The rhythm elevates, the shadows blur. I am listening to every softly spoken word. A rising tide of electric light. We are surrendering to the pull of the night. Into the velvet midnight we fall away, chasing the echoes of a brand new day. The frequency is pulling us so deep, awake inside a lucid neon sleep. Let the groove wash over, cool and slow. We are following the ultraviolet glow into are just floating in the ether. Streetlights bleed across the dashboard screen, painting our faces in an amber velvet sheen. You turn the dial and the static clears away, leaving only the rhythm of the things we couldn't say. I watch the skyline turn to liquid in the rain, a heavy drop against the shivering window pane. We are suspended in this midnight atmosphere, losing track of the hours as the edges disappear. Feel the frequency pull us down below, caught in the current of the undertow. Everything heavy starts to drift and rise. I see the universe opening in your eyes. This is a velvet midnight tide, washing away the world outside. Deep in the pulse we close our eyes, sinking into the darkened skies. This is the velvet midnight tide, nowhere to go and nowhere to hide. Letting the shadow be our guide, drowning inside the midnight tide. Cigarette is burning slowly in the tray, tracing a ribbon of smoke that fades away. Your fingertips are drumming lightly on the wheel, matching the tempo of the gravity we feel. The quiet intersections flash from red to green. We are the ghosts inside this beautiful machine. No destination in this labyrinth of stone, just the electric warmth of being all alone. Feel the frequency pull us down below, caught in the current of the undertow. Everything heavy starts to drift and rise. I see the universe opening in your eyes. This is a velvet midnight tide, washing away the world outside. Deep in the pulse we close our eyes, sinking into the darkened skies. This is a velvet midnight tide, nowhere to go and nowhere to hide. Letting the shadow be our guide, drowning inside the midnight tide. Weightless, we are breathing in the void. Every inhibition is completely destroyed. Time is just a flicker in the echoing dark, a tiny glowing ember from a silent spark. Hold me in the solitary shifting space, before the morning light can take its place. This is a velvet midnight tide, washing away the city sleeps, but the frequencies wake. Breathing in the dark, exhaling the light. A slow tide of silver across the window pane. We are drifting through the quiet hours. The streetlights reflect on the wet pavement glass. I watch the blurry silhouettes of the midnight pass. The bass in my chest beats a slow, steady time, erasing the borders of yours and of mine. We sit in the quiet, the engine hums low. Nowhere to be and nowhere to go. The dashboard is glowing in ultraviolet hues. I am losing my center, I am sinking in you. Feel the rhythm rising up through the floor. Leave the heavy world outside of the door. Echoes in the shadows starting to sway. Watch the neon colors washing away. We are slipping through the midnight in velvet, caught inside a loop and we can't help it. Let the deep bass carry the feeling, staring at the lights dancing up on the ceiling. We are slipping through the midnight in velvet. Nothing else is real and you know that I meant it. Let the deep bass carry the feeling, and not and slow, it's the air we are breathing. The skyline fades out into a misty gray. The static on the radio washes the words away. Your hand on the console, my head rests in bed. We are tracing the lines on the endless black. A distant siren sings a soft lullaby, but all I can hear is your breath in my side. The world is a ghost town of concrete and wire, but here in the dark we are catching on fire. Feel the rhythm rising up through the floor. Leave the heavy world outside of the door. Echoes in the shadows starting to sway. Watch the neon colors washing away. We are slipping through the midnight in velvet, caught inside a loop and we can't help it. Let the deep bass carry the feeling, staring at the lights dancing up on the ceiling. We are slipping through the midnight in velvet. Nothing else is real and you know that I meant it. Let the deep bass carry the feeling, and not in slow, it's the air we are breathing. Time is just a concert really far behind, a beautiful illusion, a trick of the mind. I close my eyes and let the sound wash over. A simply surge is pulling me closer and closer. Pictures are shifting, the deep tempo lines. We are crossing the borders, we are blurring the lines. We are slipping Feel the gravity begin to fade. We are stepping out of the midnight shade. We are holding our hands in the glass, watching all the broken memories pass. Hold me closer as the water turns to light. We are burning like a beacon in the night. There is nothing that can pull us to the ground. In this atmosphere we are finally found. We are walking on an ocean of glass, making every single beautiful moment last. The echoes whisper secrets to this shore. Our nightmare heavy armor at the door. Our heartbeat sinking with the steady pace. There is no hurry, there is only time and space. Your silhouette is glowing in the blue, a perfect prism with the light shining through. We dive beneath the surface of the sound, where all the buried treasures of the soul are found. Temper show is rising in the dark, a chemical reaction, a sudden spark. I feel the gravity begin to fade. We are stepping out of the midnight shade. We are walking on an ocean of glass, watching all the broken memories pass. Hold me closer as the water turns to light. We are burning like a beacon in the night. There is nothing that can pull us to the ground. In this atmosphere we are finally found. We are walking on an ocean of glass, making every single beautiful moment last. Time is standing still inside my mind. Leave the ordinary world far behind. I am breathing in the cosmic air, floating upward. I'm weightless, I am there. Can you hear the universe begin to sing? We are surrendering to everything. We are walking on an ocean of glass, watching all the broken memories pass. Hold me closer as the water turns to light. We are burning like a beacon in the night. There is nothing that can pull us to the ground. In this atmosphere we are completely found. We are running on an ocean of glass, making every single beautiful moment last. Glass is melting into the sea, just the infinite universe, you and me, fading out into the quiet deep. Close your eyes and let the rhythm sleep. Streetlight paint the ceiling in a shade of gold, a quiet kind of magic that the shadows hold. I watch the smoke curl upward in the cooling air, leaving all the heavy burdens that I used to bear. The rhythm of the highway humming far below, a steady rolling river with a silver glow. I trace the lines of neon on the window pane, washing away the traces of the daytime rain. Echoes in the hallway, fading out of sight. We are only strangers. melody, a solitary spark. The world outside is heavy, but in here we are light, dissolving like a whisper in the quiet of the night. Hold me in the center of the spinning room, like a phantom flower blooming in the gloom. Lost inside the velvet midnight, where the bass is deep and the feeling is bright. We are drifting in the secret for frequency moving through you and me. Lost inside the velvet midnight, a million unique light. Let the music wash the edges away. We don't ever have to think about the day. The kick drum fades into a gentle breeze, losing ourselves in the electric seas, breathing out the tension, melting in the gray. Velvet midnight slowly washing away.